115 years ago, we saw the beginning of a decade that will forever change our lives. In the early 1900s, we had many events that have happened that have changed our country as well as changed the way we view things. The Ford Motor Company was founded, which has supplied our country with many jobs as well as supplied us with many cars. We also got to experience the first controlled sustained flight made by man. It's hard to imagine our life without flight. Traveling anywhere or shipping anything would take a significant more amount of time. Another thing we got to experience was the founding of the NAACP. This organization has fought for equal rights for many years. All of these events have changed our country differently. In the early 1900s, Henry Ford founded a company. That company was incorporated in 1903. It was the Henry Ford Motor Company. It only had 12 investors at the time. In July of 1903, the first Ford Model A was sold. A few months later, the company started to see a significant amount of profit. In 1904, the company expanded internationally. The Henry Ford Motor Company of Canada was formed. This company not only sold cars in Canada, but also the British Empire. One of the first affordable cars was introduced in 1908, the Ford Model T. This car became one of the best-selling cars of all time. The Henry Ford Motor Company plays a major role in our country. With 24 offices and plants in our country alone, it supplies major jobs for a lot of people in our country. This company also offers educational grants and scholarships to students through the Ford Motor Company funds. This fund also provides programs for healthcare and hunger relief. Not only did Ford develop cars, they also started to develop planes. This helped stimulate the commercial airline industry, which couldn't have been done without another important event that happened in the early 1900s. In Kitty Hawk, North Carolina in 1903, the first controlled sustained powered flight took place. Two brothers named Wilbur and Orville Wright made that flight. A few years before, Wilbur made an aerodynamic control system for aircraft. In 1900, the brothers tested the system on the first manned glider. This only made a couple of flights. They didn't have much more luck in 1901 when they tested the second glider. After doing much research, in 1902, the third glider flew well. After success with the third glider, the Wright brothers tested a control system in 1903. This resulted in the first powered flight of a plane. Invention of the plane and the first flight forever changed our country and the world. The first military aircraft was purchased in 1909 by the U.S. Army. The way wars are fought, how we travel, and how things are shipped all changed after that flight happened. In addition to the first flight and the founding of the Ford Motor Company, another important organization was founded in 1909, the NAACP, or the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. This became a very influential civil rights organization in the United States. When founded, the goal of the NAACP was to bring attention to violence committed against blacks and secure all the rights stated in the 13th, 14th, 15th Amendments of the Constitution for all people. These rights included ending slavery, equal protection of the law, and adult male suffrage. Founding of this organization changed America. Aiding and ending racial segregation in schools and successful voter registration for Black Americans are some of the things the NAACP helped to do. This organization is still around today protecting national civil rights. So in conclusion, many events happen in history that change and shape our world today. In the early 1900s, our country experienced the founding of the Ford Motor Company, the first power flight made by man, and the founding of the NAACP. Because these events happened, our country will forever be different.